Blessed be everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about identity shifting and how that can be almost essential for you to have successful magic. Before we dive into the topic though, my name is Sandra. I am the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca, witchcraft, magic, shadow work, tarot, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to know a little bit more about what identity shifting is and how you can do that with the help of Hekate, I do have another free video. It's a new one out now. It's called Awaken Your Power with Hekate. It's on my private YouTube channel, so you will have to sign up to watch that video. There's a link in the description field below this video for how you can grab that, and that will just tell you a little bit about what identity shifting is and how working with Hekate can help you face your fears and your doubts and transform the old version of you that may be feeling fear and doubt and just not confident into that version of you where you can stand in your power. So grab that. There's a link in the description field. It's called Awaken Your Power with Hekate, and it's under the free information on my website and also under this video. So identity shifting is something I've been talking about a fair bit. I have a new course out as well that helps you to do the identity shifting, once again working with Hekate. And the whole point of doing identity shifting is really ultimately to get you being who you truly are, to have you step into your power, to be the confident version of you, the version of you that has a little bit more of a sight of what is the bigger picture of life, more connected to spirit, more connected to nature, more connected to your true nature and your higher self. It's also a way of becoming more free, becoming more of your sovereign self, so that you're not at the mercy of the ego, which is at the mercy of all of the pushing and pulling that goes on in the world around us. It's about you being able to really just step into your own sense of self and to be able to say no when you want to say no and say yes when you want to say yes, and to be able to deal with whatever anyone else throws at you when you do such things. It's also you being able to just have that confidence in yourself and to not be so vulnerable to peer pressure and all of the other things around you that are kind of pulling you this way and that. It is a spiritual practice, and it's really important for your magic, because let's talk about what you're doing when you are doing magic. If you're doing a spell, you're wanting to experience something from that spell. You're wanting something from it, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. It's a means to an end. So when you understand what the end is, what do you want? Are you doing a spell for a new car? Are you doing a spell to help somebody else, for example? Are you doing a spell to pass an exam? Are you doing a spell to feel more confident about yourself? Are you doing a spell for love, for money? All of these different things you can do magic for. That is your end, whatever that is. So if it's a car, for example, you might just want a car in general and not be too fussed over what sort of car it is, or you may be wanting a particular car. With identity shifting, it's about you understanding that you have to feel and perceive in the way that version of you who has that car would feel and perceive. So if you've already got a car, you're going to see the world a little bit differently to when you don't have the car, right? If you're doing a spell for love, you're going to perceive the world and yourself differently when you have that love in your life. When you have the money you're wanting, you're going to be feeling differently, having that money, and you're also going to perceive things a little bit differently too. It's going to change. So with magic, you want to bring on that change within yourself first before you get the result, so that you're bringing that vibration into your life and you are meeting that reality or that universe or that version of yourself that has that thing. So it's a transformation that you're making within yourself every time you do magic. And even if you're doing magic for someone else, so say you're doing a healing spell for somebody, you're being that version of you that is witnessing that person's recovery. So again, you're going to be feeling different and you're going to be perceiving things a little bit different, because it's going to be a totally different way of thinking and feeling once you've already had the result. So the identity shifting is about you becoming that version of you before you have the result. Now, if you can step more into yourself every day and extend it beyond magic so that you're becoming more of the version of you that has the life you want to have in general, is doing the things with your life that you're wanting to do. It's kind of the bigger picture aspect of all of the things that you want. You're starting to step into another version of you, and you'll start to perceive the world differently. And things will start happening in your life differently as well. You won't be living the same life because you're not the same person. So identity shifting is important to magic, and every time you do a spell, you're doing some form of identity shifting, which is something to be aware of because you're working with your own energy. So that's why it's important to really understand what you want when you're doing magic, and also what vibration you're in when you're doing the magic as well, because you're vibrating at that same level of energy as the experience that you want. So it's important to understand that, because you will experience the repercussions of that. And if it's magic that you're doing that is positive and good, then that's going to be a positive feeling and a positive outcome for you. But if it's magic that is on the more baneful side, then you may be experiencing more of the baneful things from a feeling perspective and an energetic perspective as well. So this is what magic is all about. When you're working with Hekate, you can work with her for magic. You know, she's a goddess of witchcraft, and people work with her all the time to do spells. And you can ask Hekate to come and bless your spell and to help you with your spell. And you could even ask Hekate to help you step into that version of you that has the end result of that spell. But if you really want to take identity shifting to another level so that you can actually live your life more as who you know yourself to be, like you know that you've got the ability to be more powerful in your life, to have more freedom in your life, the more freedom of choices, freedom of expression. Working with Hekate there is extraordinary because it goes beyond just the magical spells. It's going into actually alchemically transforming yourself and changing the version of you that you're not happy with, that's not working for you, into the version of you that you know will be working for you. And that's how I love to work with Hekate. One of my favorite ways to work with her, whether it is with magic or with identity shifting in general, is to use the imagination and to imagine myself as that version of me. What's that version of me doing? How does that version of me talk? So if you're doing it yourself, if you're doing it for a spell, if you have that result that you're doing the spell for, how would you be speaking? What would you be saying? What would you be doing? Would you be doing things differently? Would you be saying things differently? Because that's where you have to be when you're doing the spell. When you're doing identity shifting, you're wanting to bring this magic into your life on an everyday basis. So you're really, really pushing the magic here and becoming that version of you that is going to be doing and having these things you want to do and have. So what would that version of yourself be doing? What would they be saying? How would they speak differently? Would they dress differently? Would they be in a different location? Using the imagination. I also like to use ritual because, after all, ritual is a part of connecting to the subconscious mind and also working with Hekate. I'm just simply asking Hekate to be present when I'm doing this kind of work. Doing the shadow work. You're dealing with those aspects of yourself that you're not happy with or that you are denying that you have. And trying to deal with ways of being able to not get so triggered by other people. Because shadow work is great for that. You know, if you find that other people or certain types of people annoy you or upset you, then you can do shadow work to help that situation. So you're no longer annoyed or upset with these people. They're no longer an issue, and they probably will even go out of your life because you're dealing with those aspects of yourself that they may be actually reflecting. I love to use journaling in this kind of work. And if you are doing magic and spell work, journaling before you do a spell to really get a sense of what you're thinking and what you're feeling about your capacity to have what it is that you want is really important so that you can spot any limiting beliefs or any assumptions that might be in your way of being able to really feel like you can have what it is that you want, that you're allowed to have what it is that you want, that people like you can have what it is that you want. And if you find those beliefs are getting in your way of being able to truly embrace your magic, then you can actually do things to change those beliefs so you don't have to feel those beliefs anymore. And beliefs aren't just something you think. Beliefs are things you feel because they have an emotional attachment to them. And so you feel them. That's why they feel so real and so convincing. So I use all of this now when I'm doing magic, and I find that I don't necessarily do magic as much as I used to as a result of doing this kind of work, but it really is quite transformative, and you can work with Hekate to do that. So what I've got on offer this month is a continuation of last month, because I released the course A Journey with Hekate, Awaken Your True Self, and this course is there to help you awaken who you truly are, to go beyond the magic and to step into your true version of you with the help of Hekate. It helps you connect with Hekate, this course. So if you're wanting to know how do I connect with Hekate in a way that's deep, then this course can help you do that, because there's rituals that you do with Hekate in every module. So you're connecting with her all the time. There's daily practices to do with Hekate. You're doing guided meditations, you're doing ritual. You're also doing some other energy psychology work in there. There's lots of journaling work in there so that you can really reflect on what it is you are thinking and feeling with Hekate's help. And you'll be surprised at how she can help you through all of these means. And also dream work. I'm introducing dream work into this because not only does Hekate help you through dreams, she can also help you understand your own dreams, so that when you're doing shadow work, or even just if you're doing divination as well, you can understand what your dreams are trying to tell you and what they mean. And it's not just looking at your dreams as telling you what's going on with you at the moment, what you might need to still work on, or what progress you've even made. You can use your dreams to actually change some of those beliefs that you might have about yourself and some of those assumptions as well, because dreams are from the subconscious mind, and you can use your dreams to actually change your subconscious mind into being more of who you truly want to be, and live your life using your dreams to help you step into that version of yourself. And you can do that, of course, through lucid dreaming too. So I'm introducing those into the course of A Journey with Hekate as well in the later modules, so that you've got more things to work with to help you step into that version of you. So if you are interested in working with Hekate and myself to make that transformation from who you are, now, to who you truly know yourself to be, there's a link in the description field below this video. The course is called A Journey with Hekate. Now, if you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you on the next video.